For the longest time, the advice was always the same. If you want to survive the AI revolution, you gotta be more creative. I mean, I used to say it too. But then AI got creative. Seriously. So, in a world where a machine can spit out a million novel ideas, what's left for us? What's our unique value? That's what we're going to dig into today. Okay, so check this out. This quote from Po-Shen Loh, a math professor at Carnegie Mellon, is wow, it's a real mind bender. He's talking about the International Math Olympiad. Now, you got to understand, these aren't your typical math problems. They're designed to be completely new, things the best coaches in the world have never even seen before. And an AI solved 4 out of 6 of them. Let that sink in. That just completely blows up the whole idea that humans have a monopoly on original problem solving.
So, to get our heads around this, here's the plan. We're going to look at AI's creative challenge, then we'll find our human superpower. We'll talk about exercising your brain, see an ecosystem of value in action, and wrap it all up by asking, what's your agenda?
All right, first up, AI's creative challenge. The old assumptions are officially broken. We've got to start with this new reality, right? AI isn't just about doing boring, repetitive stuff anymore. Nope, it's jumped right into the creative arena, and frankly, it's a heavyweight contender. So think about it like this. The old playbook was simple. Humans do the creative, out-of-the-box thinking, and machines do the grunt work, the logic, the repetition. But that playbook's been thrown out the window. When an AI can solve math problems that stump even the most brilliant human minds, well, you have to face facts. Creativity, at least the kind that involves connecting dots to solve new problems, is now something machines can do. And they're getting scarily good at it. Which brings us to our human superpower. We've got to redefine our unique value. I mean, if AI can beat us at our own creative game on some of these insanely hard problems, what's our move? It means we have to dig deeper to find what really makes us different. So, what is our unique advantage? This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If it's not just about being smart or creative, what do we have that an algorithm doesn't? And the answer, according to Po-Shen Loh, is this: the desire to create value and delight in other people. It's not a skill you can learn from a textbook. It's a motivation, a deep, genuine drive to make someone else's life better, to solve a problem for them, to actually make them happy. Sure, an AI can be programmed to pretend to care, but it doesn't feel it. And that feeling, that's everything. That's our edge. And look, this isn't some fluffy, feel-good idea. This is a straight-up survival skill for the future. Think about it. When AI can do almost anything, the only way we get ahead is by teaming up with other people. And who are you going to team up with? Who are you going to hire? You're going to choose the person you trust, the person who you believe genuinely wants to create value for you. It's the absolute bedrock of collaboration. This desire to help people actually unlocks a kind of superpower, the ability to simulate the world. What does that mean? It means you can actually put yourself in someone else's shoes. You can feel their problem, see the world through their eyes. And from there, you can play out different scenarios in your head to figure out the best way to help them. It's exactly what a great entrepreneur does. They see a need, they empathize with it, and then they build something that truly makes a customer's life better. Okay, so this brings us to a really important warning. Section 3, exercising your brain and the risk of mental atrophy. Because there's a huge danger hiding in plain sight. As we lean more and more on AI to do the thinking for us, we risk letting our own mental muscles just waste away. Just think about homework. Let's say a writing assignment. The whole point of that assignment isn't really the finished essay. It's the process. It's the struggle, right? The wrestling with ideas, trying to organize your thoughts, finding the perfect words. That struggle is like a workout for your brain. But if you just tell an AI to write it for you, you've skipped the entire workout. You've replaced the skill of thinking. And Po-Shen Loh has this perfect analogy for it. He says using AI to do your writing homework is like saying, I'm going to drive my car 1 mile for exercise. It's brilliant, right? Yeah, the car gets you there, the task is done, but you got zero benefit. You didn't build a single muscle. It's the exact same thing with AI and homework. You get the paper done, but you build zero mental fitness. You don't learn how to think, how to reason, how to argue your point. So if the old way of learning is kind of broken in the age of AI, what's the alternative? What does a new model for education look like? One that's designed to build up that human superpower of creating value for others? We'll check this out because this is a really cool real-world example. Loh actually built a social enterprise around this idea. It's this amazing win-win-win system. So first, he finds high schoolers who are not just smart at math, but are also genuinely kind people. Then, get this, he hires professional actors and comedians to train them how to be great communicators. These newly trained high schoolers then go and coach middle schoolers in math, not by just giving them answers, but by teaching them how to think. And while this is happening, the actors are watching and giving the high schoolers feedback on their communication and leadership. It's this incredible, self-empowering ecosystem where everyone is adding value to everyone else. And the end game here is so much bigger than just getting better at math. The real goal is to build a massive network of people who are clever, yes, but more importantly, are kind and have mutual trust. People who know how to work together because they've practiced creating value for each other. This is about building the human network we're going to need to solve the really big, scary, civilization-level problems down the road. And that leads us right into our final section. What's your agenda? And this might be the most important point of all. Because in a world just drowning in information, opinions, and super powerful AI, being able to think for yourself is no longer just a nice skill to have. It is absolutely critical for your survival. I love this quote because Lohr is totally open about it. He says, "I have an agenda. I'm trying to build a more thoughtful world." He's not hiding it. And that honesty points to a huge truth. Everyone has an agenda. Every person, every media outlet, and yep, every AI you talk to. They're all operating from some kind of framework, some goal. So what happens if you've skipped all those mental exercises? If you haven't built up your own ability to reason? Well, you become really, really vulnerable. You can't tell what's real and what's not. You can't weigh different arguments. You just end up absorbing the agenda of whoever is the most persuasive, whether it's a person or an AI. You basically become a puppet for someone else's thinking. Which leaves us right here. An AI's agenda is just code, put there by its programmers, but you have a choice. In this new world, maybe your most important contribution isn't just your skills, but your why, your motivation. So if we accept that everyone has an agenda, what's yours?